Just bought a cruising sailboat. Before you start fixing and upgrading everything you notice, just stop. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you the 3 lists we're using right now to get our own new to us boat home without turning the first week of ownership into a full refit. And if you want our 90-day boat plan, drop 90 days below in the comments and I'll send it to you. Noel and I have bought boats in Australia, in France and the United States, and one thing we know very well is that the job list starts growing immediately. We're living that again right now. We've bought a boat in Pittwater and need to bring her home to the far south coast of New South Wales. She's in good nick, and yet the preparation list has still become quite an operation. They are simply part of taking ownership and getting her safely home and the crew safely home. But this is where it gets a little tricky, because once you start looking closely at your new boat, you can very quickly create a list of 20, 30, 50 things you would like to fix and change, improve or replace. You want to do it all at once. And suddenly everything feels urgent and completely overwhelming. It isn't urgent. We split that list into 3 parts. First, what needs doing right now? For us right now, that means what is needed to get the boat and crew safely from Pittwater to Eden. We're watching the weather because the weather gets the final vote on, we're actually leaving. I say we, Noel's bringing the boat down with crew. That's our now list. Not everything we could possibly improve on the boat. That's for later. Just the things that matter for the job in hand. That's next. Second, what needs doing before we go cruising? So the boat's here. That's a different list now. There will be work we know about, that we already do, that we have to do, and there'll be stuff we discover. That's the nature of boats. That's going to happen. They do not all have to be finished before she leaves Pittwater this week, so we put it into compartments. So this is where your original cruising plan comes back into the decision. That's for your next stage. The third stage is, well, what can wait? What we're going to push aside for now? Those jobs that you may feel should come earlier, like different electronics, sorting out the storage, cosmetic jobs. Something you dislike because the previous owner did it a different way. Because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong. My advice here is be on the boat, live with it for a while, because actually you might go, oh, I can see why it's set up like that. You need to take care with these elements, because every hour and every dollar you spend changing something before you understand the boat fully is an hour and a dollar you might spend somewhere else more useful. So when you buy a boat, do not start with one enormous list called things I've got to do. It's really overwhelming, and that list will never disappear. Make the 3 lists. That simple split stops a perfectly good new to you boat becoming an endless refit before you've even had a chance to enjoy her. If you've just bought a boat, or you're getting closer to getting one, and you want our first 90 days boat plan, boat owning list, checklist, put 90 days in the comment and I'll send it over to you.